Because we know it's not about us anymore, it's really about you guys and the way you connect and the way you bring your generosity and your courage and your love for each other. And I want to thank you. So thank you. So, ooh, the chair. Okay. What I thought we could do, if it's all right with everybody, is to have a little bit of a show and tell. Something like that. I won't show much, but I'll tell a lot. How about that? So, a few things. I have clips, so I'll just show you some clips back and forth. And if you have any questions about something, jump up. Please don't be shy. I think they're going to bring some microphones for you. And ask some questions, because we're going to go on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Okay? Now we're going to start a little light and fun. And then we're going to increasingly get a little more serious with some of the work I've been doing. The very last one is disturbing, just so you know. And I'm sure you're used to that, my bringing out some of the more hot-button emotional issue pieces like Words Unspoken, right? Like 1 week in a month, right? Yeah. So you get the feeling what's going to be coming? Okay, so it's kind of raw. If you do have children, it deals with the disturbing issue. So you might want to and if you don't want to watch something that might distress you, please, just feel free to, are you nervous? Just feel free to just bring them over to the side. I can take any children backstage with me. Seriously though, is anybody here that was really worried about it? Because I would love to know. Any children? It's about a family that undergo a huge trauma in their life. Yeah? So if you have a little child or someone that you want to bring backstage, just come over to the side. I'll take good care of them, I promise. So, okay, let's get started. The first part is 5 ways. Do those of you watch 5 ways or have any idea what I'm talking about? Yeah. Anybody? Good. So what I've been doing is this last year and a half, I've been putting together a video channel. And my desire is to interview other people, and I look for women who are very inspiring to me personally, who I believe are trying to bring more love and warmth into the world, who want to empower each other to be even more authentic, to be more courageous. So I've been looking at different people and interviewing them. And then to balance it out, I make this absurd short film with my dear friend and comrade, Andy Pignon, who's back there in the corner. And our idea is to bring the theater of the absurd to the media. The theater of the absurd, for those who don't know, it's the ability to look at life and look at the nuances of the world and to take them and lift them up and make them heightened and laugh at them, right? So we might take something like 5 ways to go grocery shopping, and what seems like a normal thing, and then we just kind of look at how ridiculous it can be at times, especially if we're sort of walking through life without paying much attention, right? So we're going to start off with showing you some of the highlights of our 5 ways, and the very last one is the one that's coming up in a few days. Do you want to see it? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Let's see. How fun was that? I had a lot of fun. Trey, come on up if you want to come. So Trey did Ark, the web series Ark, right? The Who Do. And then also directed Moby Dick, which, and people, everyone is quiet. They've been asking about Ark 2. Do you want to say anything about that?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for all the Americans who applauded for Ark. How many non-Americans are still want to know when we're going to see Ark? There you are. Nice. Okay. And the question is what? Ark 2? Yeah. What's going on with Ark 2? Oh, yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I would take all of Renee's time if I answered that fully, and I'm not going to. The short answer is, as we like to say, if you enjoy sausage or television shows or movies, don't find out how they get made. Because it's an ugly process and you don't want to know. I will say that right now, this week, right this minute, there's a lot of talking going on. Very loud, excited talking.
It doesn't tell us anything.
Exactly, because there's always a lot of talking. I can't tell you anything specific, but we are working on it very hard. It's far from dead, and we have high hopes that something will happen. And that's really all I can say right now. I'm sorry, but everything else is up for grabs. Thank you so much for enjoying ARC, and all I can say is, for you Americans, what really helps and what makes people notice is go to Hulu and comment and say, wow, I really wish they would make more of this because I would totally watch it. Because people actually do see that. So please do that if you haven't already. Thank you. Thank you.
I won't do that to you, Randy, I swear. Anyway, so ARC was a web series. It's sci-fi based. I think you guys might, some of you know about it. So that's been fun. And then just before the last convention, I worked on a show called Fitful. There's a movie called Fitful. Thank you, Jeanette. And so they have changed the name to Dead Rise, and he's recut it. So it has a different feel to it. It's a little more haunting, which I'm a fan of, because while we were filming, I kept saying, Rich, I think this is a ghost story. It's like, no, Renee, it's not a ghost story. It's a comedy. It's a comedy. I'm like, oh, Rich, I don't know. I think this is a ghost story. So he calls back. He's like, Renee, it's a ghost story. Not that I'm right, but I mean, it's funny. So I realized I just got these notes from a distributor, which, congratulations, a lot of films always don't land with a great distributor. And he said, they made these notes, and I'm so over the moon with how it's turned out. It is a ghost story. But I brought a couple clips for you because he doesn't mind. He's a great guy. He's, he was the filmmaker of Michigan for 2009. He's makes a film a year. It was his 10th film, and yet the man is so incredibly humble. He is so kind. He's the first guy that if you walk up to his doorstep, he'll take you around the back and tell you the history of the town of Traverse City, And he knows everybody, and he just goes in and out, and I love him. So I'd love to show you a piece that he wanted to share with you guys, if that's okay. Yeah? Now this is sort of a little more lighter. It has Larry Joe King. The new name is Dead Rise. Dead Rise. And he should come out in about 6 months or so. He's really happy with it, and I'm just happy for him. So it's good. Does anyone have any questions so far? Kind of skipping through. I promise we're going to talk about Xena. I promise we will. I know, that's why we're here. I do know that. It's also nice to share with you what I've been working on, Life after Xena. Yes.
Like film festivals? Or is it
That one will probably not go to many film festivals. Okay. If so, it might be the Catalina Film Festival or something. I don't know. But I don't know. I really don't think so. He's going to distribution, probably into the regular video stores. It's straight to DVD. Okay. Yeah, thank you. All right, let's talk about the next one. I've been so incredibly blessed, and I've worked with amazing people. And these are all really independent filmmakers, and it's the true sense of independent. These guys are not working with the studio. They're out there, they're taking a risk. They raise their own money, they put together their crews, they've worked for every last penny. Everyone's there because they want to be there. And it's a big difference, and I feel incredibly grateful for that. I love it because the feeling it's energetic, it's passionate, and it's dynamic, and I'm loving it. So I keep wanting to share these with you, but they're also incredibly different. And the next one, if you're up for yet another one, you guys are bored? No? Okay. No, are you sure? Over there? Okay. The next one is Beyond the Farthest Star. And it was last year. Yes, it was last year when I found out that I was definitely going to be doing this film. And this is a faith-based film, right? And I know that someone has been, not someone, but many people have been asking, well, what does that mean? Does it feel like if we don't go to a church, then we'll be excluded from the story? And it's definitely not about that. It's a heart story, and I mean that. It's about a family who are completely imploding on themselves. They've stopped dealing in their heart for many, many years, and now their family is a direct consequence for that. And it's a beautiful story. When I read it, I was really, really touched by it, and I was fortunate to meet the filmmakers while they were here in Los Angeles. And I kept saying, what strikes me the most is this feeling of shame around the family. And I'd love to do it. And it was an incredible opportunity because there were these soliloquies, which is very unusual for a screenplay, for you to have a paragraph of material of just one character. And to have the poetry and the metaphors in there were just quite challenging for me, but also challenging and fun, Like, yes, I get to have something to work with. So I had a wonderful time. And the filmmakers would love to show you something. They do want you to put your cameras down because this is, because this is something they've been showing to their distributors, and they're very grateful. They're getting a lot of attention, and it's wonderful. And a lot of it is because you guys have been also showing this Bring It button on Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah? That now they have 278 cities and 10 countries interested in seeing the film. And the more that you directly put your Bring It on there, the more these distributors are taking very serious notice of it. So we hope it goes theatrically in September. But anyway, it is up to you guys. And they wanted to show you this. It tells a little brief mini theater, like a mini featurette of the story. And